Hey everybody, new comic books. Before we get started, I wanted to show you this. A couple of days ago, I saw this beer in the store and I just had to get it. It's werewolf beer. It's got it's 8.2% alcohol, so it's pretty potent. And it's pretty cheap here. I don't know if you can see from the glare. Maybe not. Let's see here. Ah, I don't think the price tag is coming out because of the glare, but it's like $1.76, so it's really cheap or whatever. It tasted eh, just sort of maybe this side of okay. It's you know what it tastes like? It tastes like flat Guinness. Like if Guinness went flat and then you mixed it with a little 211, that's what this tastes like. So, but it's just really interesting. I just thought I'd share that. Okay, so comics. First thing I got was a comic book I've been looking forward to for a while, which is Patsy Walker, aka Hellcat #1. It is written by Kate Lett, and the art is by Brittany Williams. I kind of liked it. It was pretty fun, kind of goofy and silly and upbeat, but for the most part, it worked. Uh, it seems like they're kind of going with a similar feel as with the last She-Hulk series, where obviously it's set in the main continuity, but at the same time they're going for kind of a goofy, lighthearted feel. And like I said, for the most part, it works. Here you see Patsy has met this guy who is a thief. He has telekinesis powers, but she basically talks him out of being a supervillain because he's really just a guy. He just did it because he needed the money. And she's like, hey, you don't have to live like that. There's a better way to live. So they kind of hang out for most of the day, and they go around doing a few good deeds. And they end up moving in together, on a roommate sort of basis. Patsy is still kind of working for She-Hulk as an investigator. And like I said, they end up moving in. And there's other hijinks. We get reintroduced to some older characters that probably haven't been in the comic in a while. And they're probably going to bring some other characters in. So I'm really interested in seeing how it goes. Like I said, it's definitely set in the 616 universe. So she's still, has a past marriage to Buzz Baxter, still has been formerly married to Son of Satan. All that stuff is still part of her history. But like I said, they're obviously going for kind of a lighthearted, goofy direction. And like I said, for the most part, it works. So I'm on board right now. Next thing I got is Cyborg #6. And basically the conclusion, excuse me, to the first arc. So the guest stars are still the Metal Men, or the Metal Men are still part of it. That's what I'm trying to say. We've got future, or I should say alternative world Sarah there. We've got Vic using his powers in some, new and exciting ways that we haven't seen before. And for the most part, I liked it. I thought it was okay. I thought it wasn't brilliant. There's some parts where the dialogue comes off as cheesy. And it's just funny to me because David Walker, was writing, he's written other things. He's written a Shaft comic and things like that. and they see him do this kind of corny dialogue, I'm wondering if it's, he's writing it because he thinks superhero comics have to be corny. You know what I mean? Dumb puns and stilted dialogue. But for the most part, I liked it. Like I said, the writing's by David Walker. Ivan Reyes did the layouts, and the let's see here, Ivan Reyes layouts, penciling by Felipe Watanabe, Daniel HDR, and Cliff Richards, and then there's like 3 or 4 inkers. The inkers are Alberto Claire, Julio Fiora, and Cliff Richards. So the art, if you look hard, the art kind of shifts in a couple of pages. It's not really jarring, but you could tell many different people had different input into it. It's cloudy and it's raining right now. Okay, anyway. Next thing is Sam Wilson and Captain America, written by Nick Spencer, and art is by Paul Renaud. This was a pretty fun issue. I kind of enjoyed it. I think Nick Spencer's writing is actually really good. I haven't read tons of his comics, but this has been my favorite thing of his that he's written so far. I never was very interested in Morning Glories or whatever, but I might have to hunt down like some of his old Supergirl comics and stuff like that. Basically, it's the return of the Serpent Society, and now they're calling themselves Serpent Solutions. And they basically get involved with these kind of Wall Street guys, and shenanigans ensue. Meanwhile, Sam is still a werewolf, and he's just sort of kind of dealing with everything. There's a funny scene here because he's a werewolf. He's eating out of garbage cans. Haha. Oh, and here is random guest appearance by Claire Temple. Okay, Claire Temple. And we also have, I guess I don't think I'm giving away too much. There is the return of Diamondback. And we also get a look at somebody who's probably going to be the new Falcon. But yeah, like I said, the writing's solid. It's pretty tight. I was online and I saw something where somebody said that the comic's making fun of Republicans. I don't think so. Like I said, the Serpent Society's allies are these fat cat corporate guys, but Democrats are fat cat corporate guys too. So I think Nick Spencer was satirizing that aspect. I don't think he was really going for a Republican versus Democrat thing or anything like that. But like I said, pretty interesting issue. Other things I got, Spider-Woman 2. It was funny. It made me laugh. Super Zero by Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palonetti doing the writing, and the art is by Rafael De La Torre. I got this comic book because I saw Funkmeister Celia talking about it, and it just seemed kind of interesting. So I kind of skimmed through it, but I want to go back and give it a more careful read. But it's kind of funny. It looks like basically about this girl who kind of wants to be a superhero, and she has all these goofy daydreams and things like that. But okay. Black Cross number 6. I almost forgot about this comic. It's been so long since I read the last one. I actually have to go back and read the previous issues so I can remember what's going on, Last gang in town. It looks like it's basically about punk rockers in 19 English punk rockers, I should say, British punk rockers in 1977 England. So it looks kind of crazy. It looks kind of fun. It kind of has a, I guess, old school underground comics feel to it, maybe. So it'll be interesting to read that. Fight Club 2, number 8. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, number 2. And I also got Sheriff of Babylon, number 1. I don't know anything about this comic. I just picked it up just to try something. It looks like it's just a pretty straightforward thriller type story. So yeah. So there we go. Okay, so that's pretty much what I got for this week. Yeah, thank you very much for listening, and everybody have a good day.